Hello, howdy, welcome to the next episode of the Backwoods Collective.
Number 8.
Number 8. I'm Nick.
I'm
This is
Jess.
Jess.
Am I not allowed to speak for myself?
Sorry. There you go. I was just trying to be nice and be like, hey, that's Jess. But
You're
you
a
know what?
gentleman.
You do it. You do it.
You
Go
are
ahead.
a damn gentleman. I'm Jess, y'all.
What she said.
How's everybody doing tonight?
What is going on? Oh, man. Jess, how was your weekend? How has your short week so far been?
Everything's been good. First of all, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
It's been a while. I haven't seen you since last year.
Yeah, no kidding. Man, the last time I heard that, I fell off my dinosaur. Holy shit. Anyway.
I hope it was like one of those low-bearing dinosaurs.
What is that? Pump the brakes.
No, it
was that a fat joke?
No, it was not a fat joke. But that would explain a lot.
No, it'd have to be a very large dinosaur to tote my big ass around, so I will have to agree with that.
No, I think you could manage a pterodactyl pretty well.
Yeah. It's not my favorite though.
What's your favorite dinosaur?
Oh my god. Velociraptor.
I love that TikTok. Or was that a Vine?
No, that was from a movie. That was from Step Brothers. On the count of 3, name your favorite dinosaur.
Oh, yes. No, but there's another TikTok where it's like a little kid saying a velociraptor or something like that. I don't know. It's one of those soundbite things, and it makes me crack up whenever the hell I hear it.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
That's the first thing I thought of. Step Brothers probably would have been a thought if I hadn't, TikTok's life. What's up, Clinton? How are you?
Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
That one. You had better ones before.
I know. And
I
that,
told you,
y'all, is without a lick of Dr. Pepper. I've been drinking nothing but water today.
And I am so proud of him.
Trying to hydrate. Yeah, unfortunately, I had to stay home from work today because I tweaked my back at work and couldn't move this morning, hardly. It was like, get out of bed.
See? That was falling off the dinosaur's problem.
Probably. Been working too hard to climb up top and sit on that son of a bitch. So that's what I get.
Well, shit. That's a workout in itself. So other than that, how's your week been?
It hasn't been too bad. I mean, we were kind of busy yesterday at work, and I don't know. I spent today just relaxing and trying to get this back to kind of loosen up a little bit. So hopefully tomorrow will be just a little bit easier. Christina, hey, how's it going?
Hey, Christina. Whoa.
So, I'll be the first to admit, if any of y'all saw our Instagram stories, it completely slips my mind to make a video about the podcast, and I am so sorry.
Same.
I am awful about it. I'll think about it at like 6 o'clock.
Usually you're better at it than I am.
Yeah, I'll think about it like right before we're supposed to go live. I'm like, well, what's the point?
And then we'll get into our little pre-room chat, and I'm like, did you post? And he's like, did you post? And I'm like, let's just jump on live. That's how we roll here.
Most of the time, that's how it works. That's no joke. I mean, oh my god.
We've got our people know.
They do, but we got to be more professional about this. We really do.
That was our 2021 goal, and we're still working on it. There's a whole 51 weeks left of this year.
Yeah, we're
We'll
5
get
days
there.
in. Jesus tits, give us some time. Come on now.
A lot
Well,
can happen in 5 days.
yeah, it can. Yeah, it can. But on the other side of that token, not a whole lot can happen in 5 days too.
That's very true.
So, well, I'm just gonna address the big news because I know Jess is probably tired of hearing me talk about it. But did y'all see that Beer Bong John shaved his beard? I can't believe it.
Yes.
I am. I'm happy for the guy. I'm happy for the cause that he did it for. But I'm just like, dude, save some for the rest of us. Jeez, John. Jesus
Okay,
Christ.
but this is my thing though. That he's gonna find one. He's probably got a million right now. I guarantee you, if you opened up that man's DMs, women are throwing themselves at him more
Oh,
so now than they were 48 hours ago.
you know it. You know it. I would love to just take a peek in his inbox and just see
Oh,
how
me
many
too.
thousands of messages that he gets a day
Oh, yeah.
from the thirsty women that see him on TikTok or Instagram or whatever.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it,
Really? You
in
guys
a
don't
way,
follow him?
I don't want to know either.
Wow. I'm actually
Wow.
honestly, I mean, I guess everybody has, they follow who they like and all that kind of stuff, and I get that, but I, he's such a big creator. Like, I can't believe y'all don't follow.
The
And
queen
that's
has entered the chat.
Piper.
Hey, Piper.
But he's such a huge creator, and wow, it's kind of crazy for me to hear that some people don't follow him. So,
I mean, I would just love to know the people who I mean, I'm sure that copy share link went miles and miles yesterday when that video hit from Iron Sanctuary, but he probably woke up to twice the amount of DMs this morning than last week.
oh, you know it, you know it.
But he looks damn good, let me tell you. Tall drink of water there.
If you ask me, that some bitch needs to grow his beard back, because oh my god, save some for the rest of us, buddy. Good
It,
lord.
I said it before and I'll say it again. He's just gonna look better and better as the beard starts growing back. It's gonna happen.
But
Women like the beard, and
I am.
women don't like the beard.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. There was some comments, mainly from guys that were like, "No, dude, what? Why? What'd you do?"
Those were
I
my
under
favorite.
I understand the cause. Like, it was a great thing that he did. He raised that money for St. Jude's, and that's awesome. I give
Oh
him
yeah.
props for that. But I'm just like, really, man?
Well, did you see the guy that donated? It was either $2,300 or $2,700 just to watch him shave his beard because that was the amount that he was away from. And I'm like, kudos to you, buddy. One, for making a huge donation like that during this time, and two, for that cause. And three,
Wow.
you're a badass just because you wanted to see Beer Bong John shave his beard. Like,
You guys, the jawline. Oh my god. If you went to that video that he made yesterday, that little thirst trap video,
it's not a thirst
90%
trap.
bullshit.
It is not
Bullshit.
a thirst trap.
How is that not a thirst trap video?
He thought it let him
The
taunt me.
dude is you're posing, looking at the camera, looking up. I'm like, that is so a thirst trap fucking video, and there's no way that you can prove to me that it's not. But 90% of the comments were this right here.
Oh, yeah. His jawline. I didn't know a man could have that kind of jawline underneath a beard like that. He can
Uh,
okay, he can thirst trap me all he
see,
wants. Like,
uh, but
you're good, bro.
I am happy that he reached that goal. So that's awesome for him. And
I'm interested too now to see if Iron Sanctuary does it, but I also want to see Baby Sanctuary's reaction to him.
oh, that video of John and Baby Sanctuary was incredibly cute. I don't know if
I
y'all
haven't
saw it.
seen it yet.
Oh my god, you needed to go see it. It is
Oh
so
gosh.
cute, so freaking cute.
She's just one cute baby, let me tell you. But
Oh my goodness,
that and TikTok news.
TikTok sucks.
Oh yeah, the app is honestly, we were talking about it in a live the other day, how the app has just drained me of all motivation.
Thank you for that, Piper. That's really how you feel, huh?
Oh my god. I
Uh,
That just left me speechless.
wasn't it though, Ruth? Oh my god, so cute, so freaking cute.
All right. Y'all are hyping up this video now. I can't wait to go watch it.
Damn, Piper. Oh my gosh.
There are many people in this world that can leave me speechless, but Piper never ceases to amaze me. You are one of those people too, Nick. It's like some conversations I just don't know what to say. I'm like,
Okay, but let me let me clear the air here. Like Piper makes you speechless for something totally different than I make you speechless for. Most of the time, it's like for something, for me, something just stupid and off the wall that I say.
oh yeah,
But
and Piper just scares me. Where I'm like, don't move and she won't know you're there.
oh no, she knows. She knows.
Let just let the mentality of that just go. The queen deserves a crown. Hey Matt, what's going
What
on,
is
bud?
what is up, Matt? My friend.
Is that Smiles I see that just entered the chat?
It is.
Hello, hello.
Hey, Nikki. What's going on, girl?
How are ya?
But yeah, Mr. fucking Jawline, Mr. Thirst Trap, #1 fucking superstar. Good for him.
Yeah. I mean, but if it wasn't for people like that on TikTok, I really think I would have just at this point deleted the app. I haven't been motivated to post content. I haven't been inspired to post content. Like I'll get an idea and then I'm like, it, it's not going to go anywhere. And I mean, I know that's a horrible mentality to have because people are just telling me, "Oh, just post it." But I'm like, I don't know, it's not the same. Like the energy on TikTok flipped a switch. I don't know if anybody else feels that way, but
I definitely do. I think. Well, for me, it was I worked my butt off to get to 1,000 followers so I could go live, and then after that, it just really kind of fell off for me. Like I got to what I got where I wanted.
mhm.
Now I'm just like, eh, whatever.
Mine was kind of I got to 1,000 so I could go live. Now I very rarely ever go live. And now my second goal was hit 5K. And then after that, the 10K goal was there. And I'm like, I'm over it. If I do it, I do it. If I don't, I don't. The excitement's not there anymore. But
No, I think I'm.
what if I look lopsided?
Huh?
I look lopsided. I
Well,
don't
you're
know.
the do your thing. I don't know. Um, I I definitely need to get back in the swing of making videos and thinking of new content, which I I think of content every single day. I'm like, that'd be funny. Yeah, then I don't do it.
Yeah,
I need more motivation. This is what it is.
I used to write down ideas on a piece of paper and make a checklist and then put them in my drafts and then I'd post them and then I'd do that and then I stopped and I kind of feel like that's where the drop off went. It was I just stopped caring. I don't
Yeah,
know why.
yeah. I'm not gonna say it's lost its fun because it's still fun to me. Um, I don't really care for like how regulated it's become.
Yeah.
I think that drives me nuts. That really drives me nuts about TikTok.
Yeah.
Um, and a lot of people are complaining about their view count and losing followers and stuff. And I'm like, man, just post and have fun. That was the whole point of it in the very beginning. Just post, have fun, do your own thing. You know,
Exactly.
but everybody got so caught up in the analytics, and that's kind of where, to me, that's where it is right now. Is everybody's just so worried about their own analytics and the algorithm, and I'm like, dude, just do your thing. Like, just have fun.
I think now
So,
the thing is too, and this is just me being a very insecure person, when I post something, I just feel like if it ends up on the FYP, I'm going to get judged for whatever I'm putting out there. And I know you should never let that bother you, but I don't know why all of a sudden I'm so afraid to post content. And I think also because I got so wrapped up in the analytics for a little bit and I
mhm,
watched everything go downhill, where I was just like, I do people really want to see this kind of content anymore? Or is it because I'm not doing this wild, crazy, stupid thing? It's not going to reach an audience, you know?
mhm. Yeah, and yeah, Justin, you make a really good point right there. There are so many people that get butthurt
Mm-hmm.
over some of the shit that you would say or stuff that you would make content about. I made one video. Oh, it was a while back, and essentially it was kind of just like I wasn't making fun of this song, but I was just like I pointed at something. And I was like, that sounds like a turkey, and then I got a message from a another respected creator. And
Mm-hmm.
he's like, hey man, I just wanted to let you know, like I'm not. He was very respectful about it, and he told me like the noise that they were making in the song was from I think Ethiopian culture. I was like, oh well, shit. Okay, well I didn't ask any questions. I didn't argue with the guy. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna take it down because I don't want anybody to get mad about it. And he was like, you don't have to take it down. I was like, no, buddy, you sent me a message. I'll take it down out of respect for you. I'll do it.
Yeah.
But that kind of stuff happens a lot, and people are just like, fuck you. I'm not taking it down. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, and two, I made a video the other day because I'm sure you saw it. There were those two girls. One of those girls had a weird cutout dress where it was like, and and I just made a video because I don't know, there was some truth to it, some not, but that's just because I'm very self conscious. It's not that I would ever shame somebody or care if they show too much skin or whatever. I'm like, I'm just not confident to do that. You've got the body for it. You do you.
Hmm.
But I was just like, oh, here's me like being afraid I'm showing too much skin and then said Happy New Year. And the girl that made the video that went viral, that had so many people hating on her, got mad at me for posting that video. I'm like, listen, if you don't want people to make content out of something and you're afraid of that backlash, don't post it. Mine was totally a joke and totally lighthearted. And I would have explained that to anyone. And if they really had a problem with it, I would have taken it down. But she commented under the video. She was like, oh no. And I was like, really? You're wearing like what looks like should be a bodysuit, but it's a dress. I don't know.
It's unreal. It
It's
is
just
unreal.
like, and I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. I was just, you know, you y'all see me in my comfy clothes all the time. I'm covered up constantly, but that's because I'm
God,
not confident.
your internet connection sucks. All I see is. I'm just gonna point that out.
And I moved locations too. I
Oh my
don't know.
god, it might even be mine. I don't know. I've still got 2 bars, so yeah, we're good. Oh, so I've got a couple. I've got 2 Nickisms for y'all today, and these come from a guy that I work with.
Oh
Um,
boy.
yeah. So I'm not gonna lie. I did text Piper one of not text her, but I sent her one of them. And I was like, "You've got to hear this. This is so fucking funny."
Oh
We
jeez.
we've got a driver up at my job. Good guy. He's a great guy. But he's a big guy. Like he's like 6'7", like 400 pounds. He's big, and he had to take his truck up to a tire shop. I think it was last week to go get some front tires put on. And he gets out of that truck, and the owner of this tire shop comes out, and he's like, "Damn, that boy's big enough to hunt bears with a switch."
Oh Jesus.
He's a big old boy. He's a big old boy. Um, I heard that. It was over. I was almost on the ground in
I
tears.
can picture you hunched over just laughing just over it.
Oh my god. And then the second one I have for you is straight from my supervisor's mouth. Whenever something goes wrong, he's only got but one thing to say, and that is, well, kiss my filthy sister's naked ass.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh my god, Justin. Jesus Christ. I don't know. Big enough, I guess.
Oh boy.
Oh, but yes. From the lovely world of concrete in Oklahoma. There you go.
I mean, I just well, I think there's a lot of things that comes out of people's mouths and it's just so funny because half the time you don't realize you're saying it.
No.
And you're just like, "What the fuck did I just say?" Like, and then
Yeah, but
you laugh about it.
well, see, that's the thing about living here is like you're gonna hear people say that kind of shit, and then you're gonna say something in you know back to them that's essentially the same fucking thing, and you're just it's like normal, and like somebody else in the distance would laugh, but yeah, it's second nature,
Oh
you
yeah.
know.
I mean,
Me too. Pretty much all day, every day.
oh yeah. Like there's some stuff even that I say in my head that I'm like, "What the hell did you just say? What did you just think? Are you all right?" It, and it's bad that I'm questioning myself.
Well, here's the funny thing is like whenever I hear this kind of stuff, obviously I can't help but laugh. But Justin probably knows this, and Nikki probably does too. I'll laugh, and it trumps whatever else is going on there because I'm a pretty loud laugher.
Oh yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah, you are. These have picked it up many a time.
I'm sorry. Uh, yep. We all do that, buddy. We all do
Oh
that.
yeah.
Fuck. Why did I say that?
And then you slap it on a t-shirt.
Well, Piper, you know where I am. Oh my god.
Road trip.
Road trip. Yeah.
The best advice I think anybody could get. That's absolutely it.
Yeah. For sure.
All
Making it
right,
sound
buddy.
official.
I've got a question for you.
Shoot.
So I've been thinking long and hard about this, and you and I had a kind of a conversation about this. And
A
then there was a
conversation. I told you to like, hey, hold off, save it for the show.
we have a lot of those.
Oh yeah, I know.
But what if the purge really happened or could happen?
If the purge was a real thing,
Would you
honestly,
participate?
I would participate in the sense that I'm going to the closest Ford or Dodge dealership and I'm going to steal the fastest car off the showroom floor and I'm driving it down the highway as fast as a motherfucker will go.
I'll be down in a bunker somewhere. I'm like, I'm not coming out. Nobody's coming in. I'll see you in 24 hours. Have a good day.
Nacho, that line, that's another one of those videos that lives in my head. Is that line from Super Troopers? You can't shoot a shitter.
Yeah.
Piper, yes, that'd be awesome. Well, okay, so what about you? Would you participate in the purge?
Um, likely not.
Really?
Likely not. I just I don't know. I'm not worried about anybody coming after me so much as me witnessing things that would or could happen, you know? And I don't want to see that, think about that. I I don't think I'd no. I really don't think I'd participate.
That
Exactly. What Nikki said, I'd have to stay home and keep my people safe.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I do agree with that, but I live by myself, so I would guarantee you though that people would already be signed up for therapy sessions the day after.
Oh, yeah.
I
I
can't.
mean,
You won't believe the shit that I saw.
I don't remember which Purge movie I saw in theaters, but after that, I don't handle horror movies, or I wouldn't say that's a horror movie per se, but it's a high action gore movie. And I left that movie theater with knots in my stomach. I just couldn't figure out how people wrote a script for this movie and were just that. I don't know.
I
I
think it. I think it was a. I think it was a fantastic idea for a movie. Like that's awesome.
I think it's a great idea. I just don't want to meet the people that came up with it at the same time, because I'm like, y'all have sick minds.
Okay, well, what about the people that came out with the Hostel movies? Did you ever watch any of those?
No,
Those were awful. You talk about gory. That's
I
as gory
I
gets.
can't watch those kind of movies because I
Good
get those
gosh.
knots, and I'm like, I don't. This is really embarrassing, but I can't even watch like the movie that ruined it for me was the Human Centipede movies.
Oh, I
My
never watched any
friends
of that.
made me watch those,
Nah,
and that was it for me. I couldn't do it. I vowed never to watch another horror movie again, because I also watched
no.
I think it was The Ring when I was like 10 or something like that. Nope. Uh-uh. Not my style. Yeah.
That seems to be the consensus among everybody. So
I don't
good
think I'd
choice.
be able to leave my house, I will be deep down in a bunker somewhere. Nowhere near my home.
You think companies would give credit for like purge protection? I'm
Oh
thinking
god.
way too far ahead of this shit. Jesus.
Insurance companies? I mean, but when you think about it, the purge is 24 hours of all illegal crime and becoming legal. So then technically if it was legal, I don't think insurance would pay out on that. I don't know. There would have to be stipulations because technically it's not an accident either.
It's a government sanctioned event.
Yeah.
So why are we talking about insurance? Why?
Because I brought it up.
I brought it up. Let's
Whoever brought it up, we're talking about insurance if there's a purge. I don't know.
So here's where we were. Here's the tangent that we just went off of. Let's come back. Let's pump the brakes and come back.
These are the adult conversations and adult hypotheticals I never thought I'd ever talk about.
Purge insurance.
Progressive will be all over that.
Oh my god.
Oh god. I mean,
Oh, hey, me too, Nacho. It's all good.
I don't. I'd be so worried sick about my family and stuff. It
Mhm.
just to think about something that violent and crazy happening is terrifying.
Yeah. But you know what? Thanks to the world of science fiction, it is just science fiction.
But that also brings me back to my thing where it's like, is science fiction really science fiction? And is fiction fiction? Because I don't really believe that these ideas come out of nowhere. That's just me.
Mhm. Well, I thought I was going to have a counter to your what if, but I think my what if goes in a completely different direction than that.
Let's hear it.
Okay, so we kind of discussed this a little bit, and Vanilla and I have also discussed this. And I'm not trying to offend anybody that's in here. Everybody believes what they believe in. Um, this kind of pertains to aliens and higher powers and stuff like that. But what if, what if our God was just a farmer and his field is just nothing but the universe where he plants his little seeds, and we're just one of those little seeds that he planted?
Well, I must have come from the tester batch because I, I I don't know. I don't know what field I'm in. I don't know where I was supposed to be, but my seeds blew way over. But no, I think about that sometimes too. There's a lot of references to that kind of thing, and I think because you're supposed to grow as a person, it would make sense that you start as a little itty bitty seed.
Hmm. Well, it's more like the human race as a whole is like there's planet Earth, there's the humans, here's planet, I don't know, planet X,
Yeah.
here's whatever the fuck they're called, whatever, so on and so forth, whatever. That's always kind of what I thought. Like, what if? What if?
I think about it too. Well, okay, this brings me to my other what if that I really formulated to counter this one.
Hmm.
What if you were handed the blueprints to your life? Would you open them or would you never look at them? Do you want to know where you're going or do you want to keep the mystery alive?
I think the curiosity would absolutely 100% be there, But in the end, no, I don't want to see it. I
Oh,
don't want to see
hell,
that
I
at
wanna
all.
see it to make I wanna see where I'm supposed to go, but then I also feel like there would be a stipulation with that and a consequence to it.
Yeah, the things in your life are going to happen whether you like them or not. And even if you did know the outcome, it's still not going to change every single reaction that you're going to have up until those bullet points in your life.
Yeah.
That's still on you. And I would rather just, leave it as a guess.
Mhm.
Leave it as a mystery. Uh, that's to me that's more fun. I
I
don't want to
would
know all the little bullet points of my life.
I don't wanna know every single bullet print because sometimes blueprints are just the grand scheme of things, and they're not the individual parts. So if you had an idea of what the outcome was gonna be, would you wanna see that or no?
I think a smart person would know what the outcome of something's going to be, kind of regardless of what it is. I think there's certain things that you're like, no, you just will
Mhm.
not know.
Yeah.
But as far as like things that you plan, you kind of, at least for me, I plan for the worst and for the best. If it doesn't work out, oh well. If it works out, great. So,
Exactly. And keep going.
yeah.
I'm kind of a very much doomsday prepper. I prepare myself for the worst at all costs and every single bad outcome that could happen. So I'm prepared for each and every one of those and also convince myself that that's going to happen. So then if it does turn out good, I'm I'm on cloud 9.
Right. Right.
What if people trip on acid and see the world for what it really is, and the rest of us are just in a foggy version of the like Matrix? I don't know. I've never taken that trip. I don't plan on taking that trip. I don't want to know what that field trip is like. I've I've never
I'm
experienced it, but I've heard stories. I'm very glad I've never gotten on that boat.
uh I've never done that either, so I can't really say anything, but that's a great what if.
You know, uh, what ifs always blow my mind.
They do. I love the what if scenario. It opens your mind to bigger things.
Oh yeah. I think it's quite healthy to
Surprise. Yeah.
ponder and think about broad spectrum topics that really have an open-ended answer.
Yeah. Bree, I'm with you there. I think we all just wing it.
The
We just
way
do our
I
best.
feel, I tell people that I'm on a raft floating through the ocean, no direction. If I get eaten by a shark, I get eaten by a shark. It's it'll happen.
Pink glitter pill. There you go. Piper needs her pill blinged out. Yeah.
Oh jeez.
Jesus. Jesus.
A simple spark notes would be nice. That's what Piper said too.
Right.
I
Yeah.
like I would like that abridged blueprint, kind of that'll keep me on track, but then I feel like that would come with a consequence, kind of like opening Pandora's box and you're like, well, shit.
Yeah, and see that's exactly why I don't want to see mine, because like what if it's something I don't want to see?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, fuck. And there's nothing that you can do to change it,
Oh no.
because that is what's going to happen.
It's set in stone.
Yeah, like I'd be like, well, my life's fucked, you know. So in that reference, I really don't want to know. Would I
Yeah.
be? I would always be curious, but no, thank you.
I like the little whimsical aspect it has to it. It's like cuz I've had days where everybody has where like everything's fine and dandy and then you wake up one morning and it's Pandora's box. It's just opened up. it's a shit show, and you get through it. And I think you need those moments in life. What you
Yeah.
laughing at?
Oh, Piper. Her comment.
Oh.
Oh my God. Yep. Agreed. Agreed.
Oh boy.
I still don't want to know. I don't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't. I don't care to know. I'll just figure it out as I go.
I don't know. I still it's like I really don't know what I would do in that situation. I think realistically I would have it and I wouldn't impulsively open it. I would wait, but realistically it would probably get opened.
Mhm. And see, I'm going back to this point
Yes.
again, but you're gonna see things in this script of your life that there's gonna be things that you don't like,
Yeah. Oh
and
yeah.
again, there's nothing that you can do about it.
No.
I'm
Absolutely
sorry,
not.
but I don't want to know.
Yeah, I mean, now I agree with Nikki now too. Now that I've like actually talked through this and I didn't really put much thought into the question until I spoke it, but talking through it now I'm like again, I still feel like I would hold on to it. And if stuff really started like getting bad, I'm like the hell with this. I just want to know what's going to happen.
I'll tell you what. The day the day that I'm in the hospital and I am dying, give me that script and I want to read it because then it's the bullet points on your entire life. That's when I'll
Ooh.
want it. That's when I'll want it.
That's a good one. That's a good time. I'll read y'all's and lie to you. Justin's gonna tell me on like December 4th in 2046, I'm gonna hit the lottery. And I'm gonna be waiting for that damn day and play the lottery, and I'm not gonna win. I'm not even gonna win a buck. It's gonna be a wasted ticket. And I'm gonna be like, this man, that is how I'm gonna feel.
Yeah, yeah. Way to go there, Justin. Well, no, Piper. I mean, the point is like you've already gone through everything in your life. All those little bullet points have been fulfilled, but it'd be nice to have something to look back on and be like,
Yeah.
hey, this was the blueprint of my life. I think it would be something nice to read
The
at
thing that
that
would
point because everything's done. Like everything, you've fulfilled everything else. So,
The thing that would scare me though is I feel like down to the millisecond on that blueprint, it's going to have your uh TOD, and I'm gonna be like, nope, nope, not ready, not ready, nope. But it's gonna happen.
yeah, yeah, I mean, you would. But if I'm, days away from it, fuck yeah, go. I'll read it.
Do you really wait? Is that like a real thing? Like life flash before your eyes, like before you die, kind of moment? I thought that was
uh,
just like a figure of speech.
I don't know. That's a
I
very
mean,
good question. I've heard it so many times growing up. I don't know. I've never met anybody that's seen their life flash before their eyes. It's never happened to me.
well, I watched an interview about that real life thing that happened. There was a little boy who went in for an appendectomy. I forget what the book is called, but there was a little boy that died during surgery during his appendectomy and then came back and told his parents everything. And
Yeah, well,
that was one of the things that led me to believe because he could like see his parents in the waiting room and stuff, and I'm like, and he detailed everything. And I don't know if it was Dr. Phil or it was some kind of interview, but I that's what kind of led me to believe maybe it's not a figure of speech, but I always thought it was a figure of speech because I mean, there's not many people that have died and have come back, you know.
Nacho. Me too. If you don't agree with this comment right here, get the hell out. Oh my god. Did we lose Jess? She's scooted.
I'm
Oh
back.
Lord. Lord have mercy. Where did you go? Did you get scared?
A little, teeny bit.
Oh my god.
I had to escort myself out of that conversation. Oh boy.
Oh my god.
Vanilla, watch what you say because people are going to be begging you for an OnlyFans next.
Well, okay, Justin, if you want to get technical with it, if I'm laying on my deathbed and I have this document, I'm not going to read every single little moment that happened in my life. It's mostly going to be like the big things that happened. Like, oh,
Yeah.
I remember that. I remember that. I remember that. So, yeah.
I think it would be more like the high highs and the low lows where you're like, I got through that. That was a great moment. And
Right.
so on. And that's the kind of stuff I would want to remember. I don't want to remember me eating a cheeseburger when I was 5.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not the kind of memory I want to look back on my deathbed. It's like, oh, cool.
Yeah, I don't want to remember getting the raging shits from something bad that I ate when I was fucking 12. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't really care.
Yeah. No.
I don't care to know that.
Oh, boy. But, I it just all of those kind of things, it's like I don't even know if I would want to remember the low lows too, because there's been a lot of low lows that you subconsciously block out. And I'm like, if I'm on my deathbed, I only want to remember the good things. Like, yeah, I got through that. I want to remember the time after that, you know?
Mhm. Highlight reel. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
And going after your comment there, I would want to see the tough times in life because you as a person grow no matter what you go through. You go through good things, you go through bad things. The bad things though are what teach you
Yeah.
the most.
Oh, yeah.
And again, I say this all the time. Failure is the greatest teacher if you let it. If you
Yeah.
let it be, it will teach you all the things you need to know. Um, I am a prime example of that. I have fucked up so much in my life, but I think now, being 36 years old, I've learned from most of those mistakes,
Oh, yeah.
and
Even
they're mistakes I'm never going to make again. And in that sense, failure was a teacher.
even the short talks that we've had about just both of our lives and experiences and stuff, I've also seen you grow from 6 months ago to now. And just, I can't imagine when you were actually going through these times either. And then now seeing you, it's like you're a whole new person.
Really?
Well, I didn't know you back then, but I'm saying you're a whole new person from when, like, those times in your life where things have
Oh,
gone bad. You know what I mean? I
I
didn't
gotcha.
know you then. But even the last 6 months, too, just the talks that you and I have had, even getting to know everybody through social media here, you see the growth that people have come through within a short span of time. And we see the high highs, we see the low lows. We might not know that those are high highs or low lows, but all of that stuff comes out in time. And then you're like, shit, I liked you before. I didn't know if I could like you anymore or respect you more.
Hmm. Hmm.
That kind of thing. I don't know. That was a really large tangent I went off on.
Oh my god. Okay, so I'm in light of that comment. Uh, that's funny. Thank you. Um, all the stuff that I've gone through in my life, which a lot of you don't know about. I've been divorced. Um, I had a family at one point, and I lost it. Um, it was it was a decision that I made to better myself. Um, Things weren't great in my marriage, and I'm not gonna lie about that. They weren't, and it was the best decision I ever made to do what I did for me and for my sanity and for my own growth. Um, but everything that has happened in my life has taught me the lessons that I needed to hear and I needed to learn so that I could become that better person that I am today. So it doesn't. I mean, you have to look at it that way. For a long time, I didn't look at it that way. Like my life sucks,
Mhm.
ball fucking humbug, and you just gotta stay positive. You gotta know that things are going to be better, but you have to make that decision.
Yeah.
Nobody can make it for you.
I mean, I think most of us know a little bit about my backstory. I think everybody knows I'm a recovering anorexic. But what really exacerbated that, now that I've worked through it and everything, I became an anorexic back in I was in high school, but I never really realized it back then. But what exacerbated it was the stuff that I went through my freshman year of college, and that um that changed my life. As an 18-year-old freshman in college, um it's hard to say. I've spoken about it on social media, but I went through every person's worst nightmare with a sexual assault. And I hit such a low. I didn't leave my house for 3 months, and I really thought I was never going to come out of it. And when you're that negative and you're that low, you don't see any positive in it. And it's so hard to see that in itself at the time, I didn't realize that was going to make me any kind of person that I am today. Never in a million years would I think that I would come out stronger with that. And I know many people in your situation. I've seen it firsthand, and it broke my heart. And these are the kind of things that we're given in our blueprint, as we're going to call it, that make the end result 10 times better. And those are the moments where I'm probably going to look back and I'm not going to want to see it, but that's where I want to see the high highs. I don't want to see the low low in that. I want to see that positive spurt that just woke up one day and I was like, I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to let this be my life. Yeah,
Absolutely,
exactly,
100%
Piper.
Piper.
It's that turning point comes different for everybody. And I just believe in fight or flight. When you hit that low, most people are going to fight.
And the day that you decide to step out of that comfort zone, step out of the thing that's bothering you, the bad things that have happened to you, the day that you decide that I'm not letting this rule my life anymore, it will be
Mm-hmm.
the best day of your life.
I always say, especially when I get into little bouts of negativity and I'm like, life sucks. I'm like, well, tomorrow's a new day. It's the first day of the rest of your life. Attack it. Go
Hmm.
for it.
Make
And
it your bitch.
exactly. And that's what needs to come out of it.
And yes, Clinton, you absolutely have to have a positive mindset. If you don't have a positive mindset, you are setting yourself up for failure.
Mhm.
I mean, you have to tell yourself that things are going to be okay. I can do this.
Oh, yeah.
Whenever I got divorced, I didn't have any kind of a support system other than, my friends and family, but
Yeah.
they've never gone through anything like that. They didn't know what to tell. They didn't know what to tell me. Justin, we at that point, we hadn't spoken in a while. And so I should have thought to ask you what you did, in, situation like mine. I just didn't have anybody that had been through anything like that. And I figured it out. I just
It's
I figured out what I
incredible.
needed to do.
It's incredible when you start crawling out of that hole that you find an entire community of people that you'll start seeing one by one. You're not alone in this. This is, unfortunately, some of these circumstances are a lot more common than people would think. But then when you see that there are people that understand you, that get you, and that are willing to help you through it, that's when everything starts to get better and you can learn to trust yourself again. Because that was my big thing. I
Yeah.
didn't trust myself and I didn't think I could get through it. I
Hmm.
needed those words of affirmation and those crutches to get me back and standing on my feet.
You, you want to hear something interesting? After I went through my divorce, I really went through kind of a grieving period. Not because I lost somebody, but the person that I wasn't there anymore.
Yeah.
I think that grieving time, even if it's for yourself, needs to happen. That dude, that grieving period completely shifted priorities.
Our situations are totally different, but I felt like that as well because it you don't recognize yourself anymore. You don't
Hmm.
recognize your mentality, you don't recognize yourself physically. And I even noticed I became very socially awkward after that because I had kept so much to myself. I didn't know who I was going to be, what I was going to say, or what I was going to do.
Yeah,
You have to reinvent yourself as a
you
person.
absolutely 100% do. That is, that's it. That's it right there.
It's
But
just, it comes back to that positive mindset. There's positivity in every negative,
yeah,
as
there is.
much as you convince yourself there's not.
There's always a silver lining,
Hmm.
even if you can't see it at the time. Even if it's just absolutely 100% awful. I I don't disagree that some things don't have a silver lining, but if
Hmm.
you come out better, and you're happy with yourself in the end, that's a silver lining.
That is a silver lining. I mean,
You know.
even if you're unhappy with yourself, because there's been moments in my life where I find myself slipping back into that mentality and then I beat myself down and I'm like, you can't go back to that. Look at how far you've come. But then the silver lining in that is, you know, you're learning from your mistakes and you're picking yourself up rather than letting yourself fall flat on your face. And you're like,
Hmm.
okay, accountability is key here.
Hmm.
We're not going to do this. But what we're not going to do as well is force ourselves to be somebody that we know we cannot be right now.
Hmm. Just be positive. Think happy thoughts. Go to your happy place.
Think happy. Matt says that all the time.
Think
And
happy.
I love that that to me has become one of Matt's not taglines, but it's like think happy, be positive, be happy. And that whenever I'm in a
That's
bad mood, I go straight to Matt's TikTok. And 9 times out of 10, the algorithm really gets with your mentality. And
thanks, Matt.
Matt somehow shows up on my feed. And I'm like, that's what I needed. Thank you.
Matt, my laughing makes you laugh, and then your laughing makes me laugh. So it's a gift that keeps on giving.
It is. It really is.
Oh my gosh. Well,
Now,
that was kind of nice to talk about. That was kind of the naked truth of both of us.
yeah,
You know,
I think that was an
that was
AMA
nice.
without the AM, and it worked.
That
I also
was
think
good.
it was needed in a way. It was one of those things where, Nick and I don't plan crap. And
Yeah. You want to know the extent of my planning on this whole podcast thing? The night before. Do you have
yeah,
anything to talk about, Jess? No. Do you, Nick? No, I sure don't. Oh well, we better get a game plan going.
and you don't usually text me first sometimes. Usually you're on a live and I'm like, "Hey, we've got to talk." And you're like, "Oh shit. Yeah, we do."
Son of a bitch. Yes, we do.
And then we plan stuff and then we get on our pre-show and we're just like, "Well,
We get on the pre-show and that's when we get it locked in. We're like, okay, we got this and this and this. Okay, perfect. Let's go.
and then he hits that thing and I just start my little dance and I'm like, "Okay, well, let's hope for the best."
One of these days, I'm going to click off that thing about 15 seconds in so everybody can see that little dance because I get to see it, but y'all don't.
I don't get to see you.
Well, if I click that little banner off, you will be everybody under in God's green earth will be able to see you doing your little dance.
You're getting a free show.
No, okay.
I think we'd have to move platforms for that.
That's more of a OF type of thing.
Yeah, and I am not down for that.
Ruth barely.
Okay, so we did really well our first show when we were still on Instagram. Nick and I got on FaceTime for like an hour before our show and we had everything planned out to a T, to the like second of when we were going to do stuff.
We had a script. I'm not even joking. We had a script.
We did.
It's like, we're going to say this, you're going to say that. And we did it. And then I think the second episode, we're just like, fuck that.
I was under the impression we were going to follow that same outline, and then we were just like, okay,
nah.
not happening.
And then after, like, what was it, the third episode, I wrote everything down. And then that was it. Like, we haven't even used the documents since then.
We really haven't. That's Nick and I always talk about that. We're like, did you put that in the Google Doc? And now what he does is he's like, I'm not putting this in the Google Doc because you're gonna go and read it. And I'm like,
yeah, exactly. All the stuff that I want to talk about, I don't put on the Google Doc because I don't want her to know. I want it to be an absolute surprise to everybody.
Yeah. Wait.
Yes, it really should.
In all honesty, before I knew what it stood for, I just thought they just picked two random letters. And then people said it. And I was like, oh, I am not up with the times. It's not going to happen.
No, you're going to get that one subscriber from, like, work. You're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
delete. I'm just going to do cooking videos.
Can you do that on there?
I think you can do whatever you want.
Oh, so it's not just like raunchy stuff then.
I don't know. I've never been on somebody's OnlyFans, so I don't know.
I don't even know what like the layout looks like. That's how much I know. I just know what it is.
No, Ruth, no. We work better winging it.
Yeah, honestly,
seriously.
We do. Because Nick and I just treat this as if Nick and I are having a conversation, and that's where everything goes. It just flows out.
See, like, okay, so last night we were on the phone and we were talking about we kind of planned a little bit.
Oh yeah.
We were talking about what topics we wanted to hit on, and I kept having to say, even for me, like, God, I need to stop. I need to save this for the show. And it was just like a really long, awkward silence until we found the next topic.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck, I can't wait to talk about
Not
some of
even
this
that,
stuff.
no. And a majority of our conversation last night had to do with Beer Bong John. That's where it went. And you and I were reading the comments, and reading comments each other didn't see on it to each other.
Yeah. That was fun. That was funny.
That was hysterical.
That jawline, though.
Oh, God. I mean, it's just so chiseled. Like, God planted that seed well. It was done well. Chiseled. I'm gonna stop now.
Save some for the rest of us, John. Come on, man. Jesus.
You'll be fine. Is Tinder still doing that $10,000 giveaway? I think if you put yourself out there.
Cool.
I think they're doing that.
I don't give a fuck about that stuff.
I'm just making a general announcement.
Okay.
Could you imagine if that man made a Tinder? I think he did at one point. But could you imagine people that don't know who he is and they're like, huh.
Jesus Christ. Here you go. You and Piper can get together on this fucking subject and discuss your notes together, okay?
I mean, I would give that one to Piper because that's a fight I'd lose. Badly.
Okay. So, this brings me to my next topic that I want to talk about. It's probably going to be our last topic for the night. What is the video that lives rent-free in your head that just replays over and over and over? Nothing dirty, y'all.
And no OnlyFans content.
Yes, I saw that one too. Oh my God.
The video that lives rent free in my head. I had one that was like, what was the one I told you last night? And now I lost it because I was scrolling too long today.
I don't remember.
Oh, it was the Vine. That was it. That video will forever. That's not just this week.
What video though? What video is it? You have to explain
Vine.
for everybody else.
I was getting there.
Oh, I'm so fucking sorry.
Never rush a woman, especially in Victoria's Secret. Never rush a woman.
You said the Vine, and we're like, what Vine? What?
I was talking out loud.
With it.
Okay, it's the Vine where this girl and this guy are on top of this mountain, and she pans the camera around, and she's like, "Say hi," and he's like, "Okay." Favorite thing to ever come off that app. It was gold. Okay, I love that video.
The one that constantly replays in my head is also from Vine. If y'all remember who Alabama Boss was on Vine, it was his little story about him going to the bathroom in the Flying J and hovering over the toilet and having the leg cramp and
I'm picturing it.
Having a leg cramp while hovering and twisting really fast. If y'all haven't seen that video, y'all need to find it because it is absolutely one of the most funniest videos I have ever seen in my life. I cry every time I watch it because it's so freaking funny.
It was great.
That's the one. Nikki, honestly, I didn't ever really pay attention to it. I think I caught like bits and pieces of it after it had already lost its popularity.
I wasn't as avid on Vine as I am TikTok now, but I think that also has to do with quarantine. And when Vine was really big, I was in high school playing 2 sports and on the debate team and doing mock trial and taking AP classes. Didn't really have time.
I didn't realize it was kind of like a social thing. I thought you
Yeah,
just made videos and that was it.
that's what
I
I
don't know.
thought.
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know what Vine was about. I was never on Vine.
I
So
just know it was 6-second videos of people doing just trying to fit as much content as you could into one video, and that's what I went on Vine for. But the other Vines that I loved, Jess, are you giving us your resume? You don't want that. There's nothing really commendable on it besides my GPA. That's the
same.
only thing. And they won't even look at that, so.
The only OG Vine we got on here is Maddie. He would know. Oh,
Debate team as in more political debates. That was my wheelhouse. But as you all see, I got my ass handed to me as to why New Jersey is far inferior to
you
New York. New York sucks.
you
Live
are
here for a year and
you
tell
are
me New York doesn't
still
suck.
you are still getting your ass handed to you
Yeah, I am. The
today. You
the
got your ass handed
messages.
to you again.
No, that was last night when you sent it to
No
me.
bullshit. I sent that to
Wait,
you
was
this.
it today?
I sent it to you this morning.
That was this morning?
Yes.
Hold up. No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was. Red sent it to me. I sent it to you.
That was not this morning. That was last night.
Bullshit. Bullshit. Thank you.
It.
I even went live yesterday on TikTok and I was saying stuff about New Jersey versus New York. Because I'm sorry, Jess, whenever somebody says pizza, the first place I honestly think of is Chicago.
Oh my
And the
god,
second place I think of is New York. Never once have I ever thought to associate New Jersey with pizza.
Nick! It
Now,
was
now,
literally.
Jersey Mike's, yes, I associate that with Jersey.
No.
That place is awesome. I love that place. But that's the only kind of type of food that I associate with Jersey.
Jersey Mike sucks.
Bull fucking shit. No, it doesn't.
It
It's the best sandwich place
sucks.
here.
No, it sucks. But that's because my local New Jersey pizza shops make good sub sandwiches. But you know what? I I love and hate this state. I think New York is far too expensive. I think New Jersey is far too expensive. I enjoy my yeah, Jersey Mike's is not good.
Oh, whatever.
It's
Thank you, Nacho. Thank you.
um but
Jersey Mike's is like it's kind of like a
Piper even
really,
said it.
it's a better
Jersey
version of Subway,
uh,
essentially.
I mean, listen.
Much better.
Jersey bagels, Jersey pizza, Wawa, but that's in Pennsylvania as well.
Wawa?
Um, Wawa is God's gift to
What the
people in the
fuck is
tri-state.
Wawa?
It's a gas station, is what it is.
Oh, it's
But
called.
their
Oh,
food.
I thought you were talking about Walmart.
No, but we had those too.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah. I had no idea.
Wawa is great. The Jersey Shore is great when it's not full of trash. And by trash, I mean horrible New York drivers. Flooding our parkways, it encroaching on my beaches that I pay taxes for. Um, while they have perfectly good beaches in New York, I mean, but
Well, excuse the fuck out of me. We don't have that shit here.
ooh, they have Wawa in Florida.
We have 7-Eleven, Circle K, and we just started Casey's General Stores. We started getting those.
If there was a 7-Eleven and okay, so
On
if
cue. That's another
7-Eleven
one.
and Wawa were right next to each other, I guarantee you Wawa would be full and 7-Eleven would be empty. 7-Eleven is trash.
On cue is actually the new big one here in Oklahoma that everybody loves. So, yeah, on cue.
Why do I feel like those are starting to pop up in Virginia too? I think I saw a bunch of them. the racetracks and the parkways during the fall. Yeah. New Jersey's pretty. New Jersey is really pretty. The further south you go, if you live in my area, because I'm only 15, 20 minutes away from New York City, depending on how fast you drive. It probably, other people would say, oh, yeah, we're 30 minutes from the city. No, you're not from New Jersey if it's taking you 30 minutes to get to the city. You should be there in 20 minutes flat. No worries.
Hmm.
But it, I want to move the hell out of here. Um, I don't want to be associated with New York or New Jersey after I leave. I probably will not come back unless I have family here. And that is that.
I wouldn't even know what to do in a huge city like that, honestly.
I
Like,
don't like it. There's there's so much to do that it gets overwhelming. And then once you do it, it's kind of like, okay, I did it. I don't know if I would do it again. You know? That's kind of how I feel about being so close to the city. I have the luxury of being able to go into Manhattan whenever I want. But now that I have lived so close to it, I don't want to do it because I know how annoying it is to get in there and there's no excitement. But I feel that way about going to Los Angeles and Seattle, Chicago. I do really want to go to New Orleans. That's one of the big cities, and Nashville. Those are two of the big cities that I really want to hit.
Maddie, I don't disagree with that at all. I
Yeah,
hear North Carolina is just absolutely gorgeous.
yeah, absolutely. That's actually where I'm kind of looking to move is Western North Carolina. Yeah, Piper, exactly. I avoid the turnpike at all costs. That is not anywhere I want to be. Um even the Parkway. Yeah,
Never been there.
Charleston.
Never been there.
It's gorgeous.
Is it? I believe it. Every picture that I've ever seen of North Carolina is just absolutely breathtaking. I'd love to visit.
I mean, I've driven down, I've been to Raleigh and I've been to the Outer Banks. I've driven through North Carolina and South Carolina. They're both gorgeous states. Yes, Ruth, I know I'm coming to Colorado, but I'm not going up any mountains. Um, I don't ski, I don't snowboard. I am not doing
Fuck snowboarding. Mm-mm.
that. I don't need any more injuries. Not my thing. I'll I'll stay warm, but
Yeah, no. I got to live somewhere where it's warm most of the time. Sorry. So
yeah.
Texas or Oklahoma for me.
I kind of okay, I like the seasonal change. I don't I hate the cold, but it's kind of nice to see all 4 seasons, you know what I mean? I'm
Mm.
not.
Well, hey, you come to Oklahoma, you see all 4 seasons in one fucking week.
Oh,
So,
yeah. That's like
yay!
with us. It was December 5th or something like that, and it was 70 degrees outside. I was like, "What?"
Hey, you come visit here. If you came to visit on Friday and you left today, you would have experienced every single fucking season because we had 6 inches of snow, and then the
I
next
was gonna
two
say, y'all
days
got a
it
storm.
melted, got up to like 70 degrees. You know the leaves are still falling. Yeah, you pretty much got every single freaking season within this last 4 days. So
Utah, you see it all in one day. Yeah, I've heard Utah is another state where you're like, "Whoa." But yeah, seeing the seasons is so beautiful, but at the same time, it's like I hate that time of year up here where it's 30 degrees in the morning or like 40. And then in the afternoon, it's like 60, 70 degrees, and you're like stripping halfway through. You're like, oh. And then you come out with like your whole closet of clothes after work or class, and you're like, sorry.
yeah.
It's awful.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I mean,
Really? I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. I didn't know that, man. That's neat.
oh, that's awesome.
Heavyweights. That was such a good movie.
They only film in my area like historical documentaries and historical movies and stuff, which is cool in itself. I mean, uh,
one of the best movies of all time was filmed in Oklahoma. Twister.
oh yeah, Twister is a great movie. Our claim to fame up in my area is The Sopranos. I live 5 to 10 minutes away from the falls, which they frequented. The Bada Bing is 15 minutes away from me. The Sopranos house, my boyfriend and I, before the pandemic, actually wanted to buy tickets to go on the Sopranos tour. And then the pandemic hit, so we're waiting on that.
Right.
But even though, like, that's one of the things in my area where I'm like, that is really cool. I'm glad I would get to experience that. But I could also do my own tour and drive to everywhere in one day if I wanted to.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, I will say that Oklahoma is. I mean, it's got its really beautiful places that you can go visit. I'm sorry, but Oklahoma has the most beautiful sunsets you will ever see in your entire life.
Oh, I
Fight
don't
me.
doubt it.
Fucking fight me.
I don't
Um,
doubt it.
there's you go down and see the Arbuckle Mountains. You can go see the Wichita Mountains, which for people like in Colorado, okay, they're giant hills.
Yeah.
They're not really mountains, but compared to those, yeah, no. But they're still beautiful. Um, you go out to eastern Oklahoma whenever when it starts getting even more hilly. The
Mm-hmm.
trees are just absolutely beautiful. We have some really pretty lakes. I mean, it to me, I think Oklahoma is absolutely gorgeous. So
I mean, I like going to school in Virginia. I go to school in the Blue Ridge Mountains, and those sunsets are absolutely breathtaking too.
I
Where
don't need to post about it.
I
I
think
see it
you do
every day.
now.
I guess so.
I think I think you're going to have to post about it now.
Yeah, I will. Okay, on my Facebook, I used to do it all the time. I haven't done it on my Instagram because
Hmm.
I just haven't cared. So, but if you want to see them, I will post them on there for you.
Post them
Okay.
all as soon as this show's over. Just go, and then you gotta send them to Piper and tag her in each one.
Oh my god. Well, I will post them for y'all just so y'all can see the beauty that is Oklahoma sunsets.
I don't
So,
doubt it.
well, with that, guys, I think I'm gonna jump off here. Um, thank y'all for coming in as usual and coming to see us. We love doing this stuff, and we can't do it without y'all. So all the follows and all the love is much appreciated, you guys.
Yes,
Really. Um,
absolutely.
tomorrow at oh my gosh 9 p.m. Eastern time is the Oddcast every Wednesday with Rich and Miss Piper, and
Yes,
then I am excited this week. Matt, I don't even know if you're doing this week. I hope so. Uh, with Blackstock Thursdays.
I hope so too.
And then the video was posted today, the preview for the Gorilla Lounge. I'm so excited.
Woohoo!
I am
Oh my
so
gosh.
excited, you guys.
We've
Um,
got our whole like we need like a channel guide for all of this.
I
Like
really do.
a, an old time TV guide or a YouTube guide now for everybody's shows. I think this is awesome.
Oh, Matt, did I have that wrong on there? I'm sorry. I thought it was 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock my time.
9.
Sorry. 8 o'clock my time. Well, actually, no, it'd be 9 o'clock my time, wouldn't it? Oh,
I
fuck
thought
it.
it was 9.
Who knows? Who can? We'll figure it out. We will figure it out.
Matt, DM Nick so
Yeah.
we can
Tell
change
me
it.
what time it comes on in your area, and then I'll
Yeah.
know. But yeah, with that, guys, we really appreciate. Well, wow, we really appreciate you stopping by and chatting with us. And hopefully we'll see all y'all tomorrow in the Oddcast.
Hopefully.
So you guys
But
have a wonderful night.
Nick is
And
kicking me off.
yes.
I'm sure you guys would want me off here too if you had the choice.
Run her fucking mouth like always.
You know,
Well, I
that
better jump
was
off here.
just
So,
mean. Again, Nick is looking for a new co-host.
oh shit!
Please send your application to Big Tricky Nick's Instagram.
She goes again. She goes again.
Oh, you started this fight. I don't want to hear it. Goodbye,
Alrighty,
y'all.
y'all. We'll see you later.
I'll see you next week.
All right.